For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare, and I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Nobody does. It's even worse looking back on it. I mean, you realize we beat Medicare and beat it to death? So the question is, what we saw at the debate, was that a one-off? They were trying to say he just had a bad day, had a bad cold, he took some medicine, he didn't get enough sleep, unexpected gas in my car, had a flat tire, whatever. They kept making excuses on it. But Jill Biden now has a book out, and she's finally saying, she's trying to say that that was bad. She's never said anything like that. The problem is there's about 1,000 people in Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson's book. They came out and said they saw him like that all the time. Mm-hmm. And she came out, Jill Biden comes out and says this about her reaction to the debate. Listen.
Were you horrified as you saw it unfold?
I wasn't horrified, I was frightened, because I had never, ever seen Joe like that before or since. Never.
Or since?
Yes, or
You've
since.
never seen him like
never.
that?
No.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to death.
So disbelief, so much disbelief.
Such a lie.
I can't.
Over before and since. I haven't seen anything like that since. So then why did he drop out of the race a month later if you never saw it? Only that one time, and it was because he had a cold. Insiders everywhere, to your point, Brian, were saying they saw this. It was visible, his decline. Remember the Her report, elderly man with poor memory. No one believes that this was an isolated incident, and that is her new statement. And if that's true, why did you say this right after the debate?
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Lie! Yes.
I mean, this whole thing is pretty incredible. I mean, there's no reason to even be talking about this. Why even do the book?
Selling a book.
Why even put yourself through this? And, you know, forget the private statements and all the accounts in the book. We saw it. Mm-hmm. We saw the gaffes every single day. We saw him shuffling around everywhere. Mm-hmm. We saw that the staff would hand him every single day whenever he decided to finally talk to the press, note cards with the pre-prepared questions on the sheet. So, I mean, it's egregious for her to say it was the first time that she had saw it, witnessed it, but then to say that it's not happening anymore. Also, why didn't you get a medical attention? If you thought that man was having a stroke, why didn't you rush up there as a wife with the medical staff that travels with the president?
They went, in fact, not only that, I looked at stroke care. If you think someone's having a stroke, they never recommend go to 4 appearances after a stroke that same night. So I'm so concerned about my husband, I marched him out to go meet with would-be voters afterwards.
You know, we're going to have Spencer Pratt on this show a little later, and the reason he's doing so well and he's raising so much money now is because people don't like liars. We're tired of those politicians that are career politicians that have been around forever and are not telling us the truth. We know the truth. That is not an isolated incident. God bless him. Yeah. I don't want to see anyone go through this, but just be honest. Why can't she just say, I don't want to talk about that right now. My husband's gone through a lot.
Right.
He's doing fine. We have a lot of medical care for him. God rest him. Yeah, or not God rest his soul, because he's obviously still alive. But we feel sorry for him, and we do bless him, because we don't want anyone to go to go through this. However, do not lie to us. Do not lie to us. And like you said, at least Mom Donnie, we knew what we were getting in New York City. Yeah. But in AOC, we know what we're getting. But there are so many politicians, those old school politicians, that lie to us and don't tell us the truth. That's why Donald Trump does so well. He's like, yeah, this is what the Democrats say. I am who I am.
She didn't want to give up the West Wing. That's why she's upset.
Cabinet meeting.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.